All of our lives are made up of hopes, whether they are hopes desired, hopes deferred, and hopes achieved. Having lived a half century, I've had a lot of different types of hope. I'm going to talk about a part of my life where I started something without any hope, had hope become a desire, then it be denied without even realizing it was technically a delay. This was in November of 1990. I joined the United States Army. Not that big of a deal. It was just a way for me to go to college. But at the time, I remember being asked two very important questions. On the form, they were called the moral questions. Question number one, are you now, have you ever been, or do you ever plan on being a homosexual? No. Question number two, have you now, have you ever, or do you ever plan on having homosexual sex? No. Both of those answers were a lie, because I was meeting my boyfriend that night after I got done with my recruiting. I had no hope of what the military was going to do. I knew you couldn't be gay in the military, so that was just the end. Comes along 1992. Bill Clinton is running for office. Hope is stirring within the military that gays will be allowed to finally openly serve. We're all excited. There's about 20 gay men on my base, stationed in Wiesbaden, Germany, a really small base. We all knew each other. Of course we did. And we were really hoping that this was going to happen. And he won the election, and we're like, yes, we're going to finally be able to come out. We're going to be able to serve openly, proudly, let everyone know we are here, we're queer, hi. But that hope that we were desiring ended up becoming denied when a Massachusetts congressman who happened to be gay himself, good old Barney Frank from the South Shore, not my favorite person, decided to come up with don't ask, don't tell. We're not going to ask you, and don't tell anybody. And we were all crushed. We're denied. Our hopes are denied. Okay, fine. We're going to still serve. Except for 10 friends in one unit who decided to all out themselves one day. That was a fun excitement to hear the buzz go across the base. It was great. I must do what I must to keep myself hidden. Because I want a career. I want something from this life. I joined the Army to become a computer programmer. Whoever would have thought you could become a programmer in the Army? You hear Army, you think tanks, guns, armored personnel carriers, frontline battle. No, I got to sit behind a desk in a nice air-conditioned office in the basement of a building. I had it made. And I wanted to make that 20 years. Then one night, June 1993, yes, 30 years ago, someone went into my barracks room while I was asleep. While I was in the shower. I used to keep a journal. And they took that journal. I didn't know about it until the next morning after lunch, and I'm sitting in my office, and my supervisor answers. Like, Beauchesne, walk up, follow me. What's going on, Sergeant? I don't know, but we have to report to the company commander. Captain Terry wants to speak to you. I'm like, what's going on? I have no idea. I must escort you. I'm like, this isn't good if you're escorting me. She's like, shut up. I don't know. So we go there, and I enter the captain's office and do as I'm supposed to as a good soldier. PFC Beauchesne reporting as ordered, ma'am. She returns a salute, puts me at ease, tells me to shut up. Pulls out my journal, puts it on the desk. Is this yours? I lean over, she opens it. This your handwriting? Yes, ma'am. This is yours? Yes, ma'am. You admit this is your writing? Yes, ma'am. You wrote what was in here? Yes, ma'am. So you wrote about being gay in this book? Yes, ma'am. Well, I now must read you your Article 32 rights, which are your Miranda rights. You are now going to start the process for Chapter 15. We are discharging you for being homosexual. You can no longer serve this army. And accordingly, your security clearance is suspended. You are not allowed to do your job as a computer programmer. You're going to be stuck in the supply room. I was like, supply room? You mean I'm going to be the only person on base with a top secret security clearance that's handing out toilet paper? Yes. Quickly, don't ask, don't tell went out the window. Except for this one part, because I asked how she got that journal. Her response was, I can't tell you that. That person has rights. I was like, what about my rights? I have to have my room broken into. You're dismissed. I was met by Army investigators. They wanted to know who else was gay on base. Who else did I know in the Wiesbaden Beauchesne that was gay? My only answer that I could give him, well, your partner, I spent all of last night with you. I was immediately dismissed. August 1993, I was discharged. I was able to keep my security clearance. I did receive an honor, but still, my hopes were dashed. But that didn't stop me. That actually lit a fire. The 20-year-old me comes home to Chicopee, Massachusetts. Now a veteran, outed, in a period of time where being out wasn't that great. But it was getting better. And I knew the only way it could get better was to build up on the shoulders of those who came before me. People like Leonard Malkovich, an Army veteran, who on his headstone actually says, when in the military, I was given a medal for killing 2 men, and I was given a discharge for loving 1. I didn't kill anyone, but I was given the discharge. But I knew that needed to be changed. Activism got started in me. We worked on getting the military change to the military ban. We worked on getting changes to marriage equality. We worked to make lives better for everyone. To let everyone know that, yes, we're here. We are not going anywhere. You cannot get rid of us. Our hopes will not be dashed. We will not believe in hopes being denied. Anyone who tells you that they're going to deny your hopes, tell them no. All you can do is defer them. I will keep going until my hopes are realized. It will happen. It may take a bit of time. It went from 1993, with Don't Ask, Don't Tell, to 2011 when the ban was lifted. It took time, but it happened. I promise you, it does get better. It may not seem like it. We are in a rough period right now, but you know what? Speak up, be loud, be proud. Let everyone know who you are, what you are, where you are. We have no reason to hide. We have nothing to be ashamed of. Just because I choose to love a man, sorry, I don't choose to love a man. It's not my choice. It's how I was born, but I love a man. And I will always love that man. And no one can tell me that I am wrong. I was created this way, and it's the way it shall be. I am a proud U.S. Army veteran. I'm a proud citizen of the state of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, proud citizen of the city of Lowell, and I am proud to be gay, and no one is ever going to tell me my hopes will ever be denied, and no one's ever going to tell me your hopes will be denied. Not while I breathe. Okay?